Hi guys, this is George with Troglodyne. Decided to make a quick video about some of the lessons I learned migrating Houston.pm to a CentOS box with cPanel on it. So it's running Apache instead of my usual sites running LightTTPD, and its proxy module is a great deal less tolerant of errors in your headers. And I was making a big mistake in the way that I was actually handling my headers based on the PSGI standard. I just thought it wanted an array ref of header line, 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 but it actually expects header key value, key value, key value. And so what that did was it left a trailing colon, and especially if I had new lines appended to these header lines, it would then also have a blank header basically. And Apache does not tolerate those. It's a security problem with Apache if it does that. And so I had to go in and correct that with my server PSGI, and that was fairly straightforward to fix. The only other things that had to be handled was index documents. Um, Generally, when you go to slash, you're going to actually rewrite that into an index document request for like index.html or index.php or whatever. And so I had to make a few routes to handle all of those expected index documents that are sort of the default that are going to come out in any of those sort of Apache situations. And so that resulted in this here, houston.pm.org, actually working. So this is now what it looks like. It's basically just a tCMS site with a good theme. We've got different types of content like monthly meetings, all those sorts of things. You can see in the earlier video I did on this, sort of what the big features are. And the meeting is going to be, as you can see, I haven't actually updated the cache on this Chrome instance here. So the next one's going to be Brett over on Atomic Actions in Perl. So that should be a good one. Anyways, so the only other thing that I learned is that when you're doing stuff on cPanel, you generally don't want to put anything inside of the main Apache configuration. Back when I worked at cPanel, I was aware of that. But I wasn't aware that you couldn't actually put proxy pass directives inside of HT accesses, which is generally what you do to get away with the fact that you can't actually do that. But what you can do is you can make rewrite rules that use this P directive, which is the proxy directive. So basically it says rewrite every request over to whatever port you want to on the local machine or whatever domain you want to, and you're pretty much done. So it's a very straightforward rewrite rule to actually get that done. And so we've basically got our Docker stuff with slight modifications. As you can see here, we've got a little deploy CentOS script here, basically because the version of Docker shipped with EPEL on CentOS is just too old. It doesn't recognize the from to command, I believe. It's from as, yeah, from as syntax. It just wants froms. So I had to put everything inside of one Docker file for things to actually work on CentOS. But it's basically the same procedure as I on the other day with my speeding up Docker stuff. So it was a pretty quick sort of process once I actually figured out what was going on, because Apache is not particularly verbose about the errors that you get whenever you have bad headers and you're trying to do a proxy. It will just give you a 500 internal server error, and what it will tell you in the logs, I believe, is something like malformed header. Let me take a look here. Var log, Apache 2 error log. Yeah, as you can see, it's empty response header name aborting request is what you get. And so that's how you know that you've got something like a blank line or white space at the start of your header, this AH02428. That's what that actually means, is essentially that you've got a extra header here that's not actually putting anything in, and it's being caught by that security patch that was made a few years back. So that's pretty much all of the stuff I had to deal with today. So have a good one out there.